We back. Welcome back to Building a Million Dollar Business. As always, I'm your host. Let's make sure we get all of our channels connected. What if I told you you could build $1 million business and do it in 12 months? Would you believe me? That's exactly what we're doing. Let's go live on Insta right here. Can we get Instagram? Come on, Instagram. Come on, Instagram. Come on, the gram. Boom, there we go. We're back. We got the gram with us. We got everybody. We got the whole family. Welcome back to Building a $1 million Business. As always, I'm your host, Patrick Hart, known as that healthcare guy in some circles. Thank y'all for rocking with me. What are we doing? What if I told you that you can build $1 million business and you can do it in 12 months? Would you believe me? That's exactly what we're doing. So basically what I do here is I show you how the sausage is made, right? Take you behind the scenes, give you the insight, give you the framework, give you the understanding, how some of the people that you rock with, some of the people that you follow, how not only have they grown their following, but how they've grown their $1 million brand. So that's what we're here to do today. Help you get to that next level of your career success. So this is basically personal branding 101, a whole crash course. And the goal is, we got two big goals here, right? The first goal is to show you how to build and maintain $1 million growth system here in 12 calendar months. That's goal number one. Goal number two is we're actually building a 50,000 member ecosystem inside my newsletter. Let me tell you the importance of both goals, because I don't want you to think, okay, this is a money grab. No, what this is a system, a tool, a framework. This is the whole playbook to help you get your $1 million brand to that next level. That's what it's for, right? So, and then the 50,000 member ecosystem is designed to help you understand the importance of owning your audience. As you grow your brand, as you grow your career, as you grow your business, what you want to do is you want to have your own lead system, right? Where you're collecting people's information, because we cannot rely on algorithms to help us get to the next level when you're building your $1 million brand, right? If you rely on algorithms, I think you may be in for a rude awakening and find yourself upset or quit the game altogether. So it's important to own your audience. Once you own your audience, then as you pivot, as you move, as you rock, hey, your family moves with you. Let me add my second camera on here. I think I got my second camera. There we go. We got the second camera. Today, we're going to be streaming across LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, as well as Instagram. We got the whole family in one place. As you know, I'm your host, Patrick Hart, known as that healthcare guy in some circles. Army veteran, 6 years in the military, 2 tours overseas, 1 during 9/11. I pivoted. I found healthcare. I spent over 15 years in healthcare, rising through the ranks, became a healthcare technology executive, was part of an executive team that spearheaded and sold a $750 million technology company back at the end of 2018. And it taught me something valuable. It taught me about the importance of visibility. We think that a lot of these $1 million or $1 billion companies, that the head of their organization, they're extremely smart people. They're not. I see you, Em. They're not smarter than you. They just understood the assignment faster than you. There's a playbook to build and maintain wealth. There's a playbook to get to that corner office. There's a playbook to elevate your lifestyle and or your life. So that's what this build is about. It's about giving you the understanding, the frameworks, the insights, the knowledge, so you too can build your $1 million personal brand. And always, I'm doing it in public. So in 2020 and 2018, we had that big, we sold that company for $750 million. In 2023, I decided, okay, that's dope. I was in the room. I was one of the few faces that looked like me in the room. And I was like, okay, this is a dope experience, but can we take it to a different level? Can we take it to another level? So in 2023, I bet on myself, decided to create my own company and started paying myself. And I was like, okay, this is kind of where I kind of see my career going, right? Like, I'm a full-time entrepreneur, had to learn all kind of new skills, all kind of things like that. But then by the end of 2025, I was like, okay, I'm still not living in my purpose. I'm still not reaching the impact that I want to make. So what can we do differently? I was like, okay, well, let's build this thing in public. Let's do it in person. Let's come from behind the curtains. Let's give people the playbook, the framework, the understanding, so them too can build out their $1 million system, framework, brand, and do it in 12 calendar months. So that's me. Thank you for rocking with your boy. Today is episode 74. What are we going to be talking about today, family? What are we going to be talking about today? Boom. We're going to be talking about big goals, low standards, zero growth. Episode 74, week 15 of a 52-week build. Let me pause really quick. Man, I always got to pause and say thank you guys for rocking with me. Thank you if you're a returning viewer. If this is your first time here, what are we doing? We're building $1 million business and we're doing it in public. If you're a returning viewer, always, I appreciate your love and energy. I say this, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Always appreciate y'all. Y'all been rocking with me. The love has been absolutely amazing. We're building $1 million business though, right? So let me get to the agenda. What are we talking about? Episode 74. Big goals, low standards, zero growth. Let me pause. I see you, Hazel. Thank you for popping in. I see you, Girlian. Thank you for popping in. I see you, Louisa. Thank you for popping in. I see you, Champ, Lewis, Pike 212. Who we got? Susan. We got Nicholas. We got I can only see the first part, and maybe it's entertainment. We got M Easy. I got EM. I got the whole family. We got Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, as well as TikTok. The whole family's in one place. Guys, don't be a stranger. Drop your first name, what platform you're from. Say hi. I'll make sure to say hi and thank you back. I'm building this thing in public, and I can't do it just by myself. I do it with you, right? So every single day, I'm going to bring you some of that heat. I'm going to bring you some of that fire. I'm going to bring you some of that insight that you too, so you can build your $1 million business. We got two big goals, $1 million in revenue by the end of the year. The second big goal is 50,000 member ecosystem inside the newsletter. We got over 6,000. We're growing that baby to 50,000. I would appreciate your love and support on the inside. Plus what you're going to get there, all kind of systems, tools, automations, and some frameworks to help you get to your $1 million brand as well. So I've been building this thing in public. Here it is, week 15, episode 74. Let's get into it. Y'all know I'm going to show you some love, and I'm gonna bring it to you hot. I'm going to bring it to you heavy. I see you, lovely IQ. I see you, something in like heaven. I see you, Pound Cake. Thank you for joining. I see you, Agendas. Thank you, Glorious, Jacqueline. Everybody's here, so let's get into it. Remember, chat box is open. So if there's something that hits you in the chest, something you say, hey, we need to rewind, something we need to go back to, we need to evaluate on, whatever, y'all let me know, and then we'll get to it. Let's get into it. So this is 12:07, April 23rd, 2026. I'm going to try to deliver this message and say maybe by 12:20, we'll get you in and out here. So here's the message. Let's go. Let me ask you something. This is the beginning. So let me ask you something, family. What are you actually requiring from yourself right now? Like, what do you require from yourself? Like, I'm not talking about not what you want. I'm not what you say out loud to yourself that you're building towards. I'm talking about what do you actually require from yourself? Like, a lot of people have these big goals, right? We all have these a lot of people, if you're still dreaming, you have these big goals, but they have low standards. I notice some people like that. They want money, but they tolerate inconsistent effort in their life. They want growth, but they accept average execution. They want change, but they keep negotiating with themselves on a daily basis. Here's the message, family. Your life doesn't rise to your goals. It falls to your standards. It sounds so cliche. I know I've heard that somewhere. Like, process that for a second, family. Your life does not rise to your standards. It falls. It doesn't rise to your goals. It falls to your standards. So here's the message that I'm going to deliver today. In this episode, we're going to get into the shift that quietly changes everything. Standards, family. That's what we're talking about, right? We're not talking about motivation. I'm not talking about temporary discipline. I'm not even talking about doing good for a few days. I'm talking about what you consistently allow and what you refuse to tolerate. So by the end of this, we're going to understand why goals without standards don't produce results. That's number one. Number two, how standards shape your behavior. Number two. And then three, what happens when you raise your baseline to how you operate. Oh, here's what I have to learn. Here you go. Standards remove negotiation. What? Does it make sense? Process it. Think about it. Standards remove negotiation. A lot of times we negotiate with ourselves. We're negotiating with other people, and we allow stuff to happen to us or happen against us because we don't have any standards. And then you wonder, well, like, man, why haven't I got that corner office? Why haven't I got that promotion? Why haven't I made 6 figures yet? Why haven't I got my $1 million bag? Why is my business not growing? Why is my brand not popping? Why are people not following me on LinkedIn? Why blah, 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 all that? Because there's some standards that need to happen in place in order for us to get to the next level. So there's a pattern you need to catch, family. Most people rely on how they feel. Like, if they feel motivated, you know what they do? They execute, right? If they feel tired that day, you know what they do? They delay. If they feel uncertain, you know what they do? They hesitate. Like, that creates inconsistency in your life, family. And it also creates gaps. And then we're wondering why we're not there. That creates a cycle where progress depends on your emotion. Come on, family. We cannot get to that corner office. We cannot get that $1 million bag if you're relying on your emotions to help you get there. In fact, your emotions is going to be the detriment of your elevation. I see you, family. Thank y'all for popping in. Dude, TikTok is like TikTok is showing some love. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with my boy. We got Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, as well as TikTok, all in one place. Drop your comments, your first name, what platform you're streaming from. I'll make sure to say hi and thank you as we going through this. Standards change everything, family. Standards say, this is what I do regardless. I'm going to lose some people. I get it. Hopefully you come back. Standards say, this is what I do regardless. Not perfectly, but consistently. Like, the issue is super simple. A lot of people, they set goals without raising their standards and then wondering why they still feel lost, wondering why they haven't accomplished that thing. So nothing really changes in their lives. They're not seeing the money. They're not seeing the recognition. You're not seeing, you're not getting the love. Nobody's following you, blah, 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 because your standards are still freaking low, but we're expecting high expectations. Like, they want a different outcome, but they use the same behavior. Where do we do that at, right? That doesn't work, family. If your standard doesn't shift, the result, it won't even matter, right? Let me get honest real quick. Like, I have to ask myself, where am I allowing things that I don't actually want? Think about that. Ask yourself that. Where are you allowing things that you don't actually want? Because the question will hit you hard if you just sit there and process that for a minute. Where are you allowing things that you don't actually want? Here's the thing. People say, hey, I want growth, but they allow distractions. Makes no sense, right? Somebody say, hey, I want consistency, but they allow excuses. Guess what it makes? No sense. Someone says, hey, I want results, but they allow delay. What does it make? No sense. That's the disconnect right there, family. Standards is what actually close that gap so you too can get your $1 million bag, so you can get your $1 million brand, so you can get that six-figure position, so you can get that corner office, so you can start building the freedom in life that you actually say that you want. Standards is what does it right there, right? And I have to realize something. Every time I lowered my standard, also lowered the outcome in my life. I'm talking, this is too heavy for a lot of people. This is a good time. Listen, this is a good time to drop off if it's hitting you in the chest, because the goal is not to speak directly at you. The goal is to speak to you where you understand what we're building here. We're building $1 million brand, and we're building our $1 million brand. We have to have standards in our lives and structure so we can get to that bag, right? So every time I lowered the standard, also lowered the outcome that I was able to receive. And that truth, it forced a decision for me. So I'm just going to share it with you. Here's the thing. I asked, was I serious about what I said that I actually wanted, or just interested in what it might look like if I stayed committed? I'm losing people. Leave. I get it. It hurts. The truth matters, for real. Let me show you the shift. Let me show you the shift. Like, I have to raise the baseline. Let me pause really quick because I see more and more people coming in. I see you, Justin, on Instagram. I see my LinkedIn family. Appreciate you, family. I see TikTok has been showing up. I see you, Saucy T, Rachel, Rear, Big E, Tierra, BQ, Big Q, BG Brown. The whole family's there. JJ1217, Alan, Heavy Habits, everybody. Mac, AB, Shanna, Pound Cake, Glorious. The whole family's here. So what are we? We're episode 70. Man, what episode did I say we were on? Because we've been rolling 74. Big goals, low standards, zero growth. So let's complete this, baby. Thank you. I see they popping in. I see you, KM. Thanks for popping in, family. So yeah, let me get back, find my notes. Where was that? Have to get honest with myself right there. Where's the rest of my notes? Okay, there we go. So let me show you the shift. I had to raise my baseline, family. And it wasn't dramatic for me, but it was super intentional, right? Like 3 simple shifts, and I'm about to share it with you. 1, define your non-negotiable clearly, right? These are your non-negotiables. No matter what, this is not going to change. I don't care what they say. I don't care if my brother walked into the door. No matter what, this is my non-negotiable. I'm sticking to this no matter what. Like, what gets done no matter what. Not everything. We're talking about the few things that matter most to you and your growth so you can get that $1 million bag, so you can get to that. I see you, Mona Lisa. Thanks for popping in. Like, those are the things you have to make automatic. Number 2, remove emotional decision making. And this is going to be hard for a lot of people right here. When you're building your $1 million brand, it's so easy to be reactionary. It's so easy to take things personal, especially when they're impacting you. I get that, family. So you don't even got to say anything. Remove the emotional decision making. The decision to execute, that should already be made. You made that decision weeks ago. You made that decision months ago. The life you wanted was on the other side of execution. So the fact that if you're questioning yourself, do I need to execute today? Where you're going to miss the bag because you wasn't dialed in. You wasn't locked into the version of you that needed to show up versus the version of you that's actually showing up, right? So move the emotional decision making. The decision to execute, it should already be made. We know we're moving forward. We know we're going to do that thing. So now you're not waiting up asking if I feel like it. You're following through on what's required. That's going to be number two. Number three, hold the line even when it's inconvenient, family. Like standards mean the most when you're tested. And a lot of people you're gonna miss out on this. When you're tired, what are you doing? When things are slow, what are you doing? Are you still locked in? When nobody's actually watching you, are you still shooting those balls? Are you still making that play? Are you still running the play? What are we doing? Right? That's where your identity is built right there. That shift, that changed everything for me, family. And I stopped relying on motivation because motivation is only going to take you so far, and started operating from expectations. Like, what are the expectations I have for myself, right? So let me land this thing because I'm about to land it. I said I was going to try to get you out of here by 12:20. I got 4 minutes. I think I'm doing perfectly on time. Remember, we got LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, as well as Instagram. Everybody's in one place. You can drop your first name, what platform you're streaming from. I'll make sure to say hi and thank you. We got two major goals this year, right? One is to build $1 million business and do it in 12 calendar months. We're 3.5 months into this thing because we kicked it off January the 11th. Here it is, April 23rd, 2026. So we're tracking towards that. So the second goal is to create a 50,000 member ecosystem inside the newsletter. We got over 6,000. That baby has been growing quite nicely. But I invite you to sign up for the newsletter, join the community, because in that community is where you get those frameworks, you get those systems, you get the automation, you get more insight and help to get you to your $1 million bag as well. All right. And then lastly, here's my other call to action here. I do these lives every single day, noon Central Standard Time. They're 30 minutes or less. This is episode 74. Invite other like-minded individuals like yourself to these lives, because I know there's people out here, they're angling for that $1 million bag. They're angling for that corner office. They're angling for the playbook that allows them to have freedom in their life. And when I say freedom, family, what we're looking for, we're not looking for a handout. What people are looking for, hey, give me the framework, give me the system, give me the playbook that's actually going to help me make the move so I too can build the freedom and lifestyle that I want for myself. So when I talk about freedom to make a decision in your life that if you choose not to work a 9 to 5, guess what? You don't work a 9 to 5. If you choose to have a secondary job and a full-time job, that's the freedom that I'm talking about. If you choose that, hey, I'm going to go on 2-3 vacations this year, that's freedom. That's where you make decisions. So when people ask me, Pat, what is freedom? What are we talking about? I'm talking about giving you the framework, the playbook where you too can build that life that you want. And then we're not relying on other people to help us get there. We're doing it ourselves, right? That's what we're doing. So invite other like-minded people, sign up for the newsletter. It's going to be important. Let me land this thing. Here's what this build is reinforcing really quick. I'm about to land it. Thank y'all, family. Like everybody, Junior, Growth, I see you, Pluto, Eddie, Angel, Miss Benz, SP, the whole family. You guys have been tapping in. I see you, Delane. Thanks for popping in. The whole family's been showing up. So episode 74. Oh, last thing before I land this thing. The other 73 episodes, you can go to my YouTube page. You can tap in. You can check those out. They're free right now. And or if you follow me on LinkedIn, underneath the event section of my profile, you can find the other 73 episodes. They're free right now. But I promise you, I'm building a $1 million playbook that you can install. It's a plug and play playbook that you can download. It's a whole 4-hour course that'll help you get your $1 million back. I'm putting the finishing touches on that baby. When that baby's finished, I'll make sure you first want to get the invite so you too can build your $1 million business alongside me as well. So here's what this build is reinforcing. Goals give you direction. Discipline creates structure. Consistency builds your rhythm. But standards, family, standards sustain everything for you. That's the difference. Some people, they're interested in growth. Other people, they require it from themselves. Like it's fully an expectation. I'm going to grow no matter what. That separation that shows up over time. Those are the people who are leading with intention versus the people who say they want to do some shit, but they haven't done some shit yet, right? When your standards are actually high, your behavior has no choice but to do what? To rise. So here's where we're going next. Episode 75. We're going to get into what happened when it finally starts to work. Not the hype, not the overnight success. It's really starting to work. And I'm talking about the real signs of momentum that's going to show up for you and how to recognize them when things are actually starts to compound. That's where we're going to go next. Family, thank y'all for rocking with your boy. You know, I'm Patrick Hart, known as that healthcare guy in some circles. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Make sure you invite other like-minded individuals. The other thing, give me a follow. I don't care what, I really don't care what platform you follow me on. Love is love, support is support, and I'll do the same with you. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I'll see you tomorrow. Lord's willing, give me the strength to be here. We'll keep rocking again. Let's get it.